The 417 Gamers is a group of board, tabletop, and card gamers in the 417 area code. This is the podcast. Welcome to the 417 Gamer Podcast, episode 53, The One with a Collection. We have some friends from previous episodes stopping by. Katherine, one of the organizers of Moon City Con, and Saunsu, one of the demo ladies over at Village Meeple, stop by. In the four, we talk about 4 games that we've been enjoying recently. We talk Magical Athlete, El Paso, Old King's Crown, and T-Witches. For the one topic of the show, we talk about building and curating a board gaming collection. We all have one. Yeah, some of us do better on curating, some of us are just collecting. You'll find out who. In the 7, we have a hypothetical. You are told that you are going to befall some type of calamity to your board game collection. You are allowed to save 7 games. What 7 games are you saving? Without further ado, the 417 Gamer Podcast. Welcome to the 417 Gamer Podcast. My name's Rick.
And I'm Andrea.
And we're joined by some friends that have been on here previously. Katherine.
Hello.
She is one of the organizers for 417 Gamers, as well as a founder of Moon City Con. And then we're also joined by Saunsu.
Hello.
She does demos by Saunsu, and she is a fixture at the Village Meeple Board Game Cafe. In the 4, we like to talk about 4 games that we've been playing recently. Andrea, what did you want to talk about?
Brand new game is called Magical Athlete. Very simple game that anyone can play. It's basically roll dice and move your player, but it has character cards that give every player a special power. And every game you'll get 4 cards, 4 rounds, and you choose a different card for each round. And each player has a different power. For example, if you play the banana, every player that passes you in the race, you trip them. And if you get tripped, you have to miss your next turn because all you can do is stand up in your next turn. There's one called the Scoocher, and every time another character uses their power, he gets to scooch forward 1 space.
He's a dog scooching. Like
scooching, yeah. The art is hilarious.
So what happens if the banana trips the scoocher?
Well, the banana power activates, so the scoocher gets to scooch.
While he's tripped on the floor.
But he's laying down. He's laying down, but he scooches forward.
That's awesome.
Rick calls it Mario Kart, the board game. It's really cute. We liked it so much that we went to buy another copy to give as a Christmas gift, and we can't find it anywhere. It is sold out.
Wow.
And Metagames said that they have placed an order to get some more, but they don't know if they'll come in before Christmas.
Yep. There's scalpers on Amazon that were selling them for like $80-$90 right now.
Yeah. But we highly recommend it. And it was fun even for us experienced gamers because some of the powers can be a little nuanced. And like there's one called the Mouth that can actually eat other players and throw them out of the game. And we were like, it was quite entertaining.
They have to land exactly on one other player.
Yeah.
They can't just land on a group of players and pick one to knock out.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
So does that player out, or do they get
out of that
comeback?
race? Because you play 4 races,
okay.
and you have 4 racers. You pick 1 racer per, and all that is done face down at the same time. So you can't see what everybody else is picking and try and plan accordingly.
Yeah.
You try and put your... And the races actually they're worth more points the further you go. So your first race, whoever wins gets 2 points, second place gets 1. So you might check out your worst racer, but then a lot of people are probably holding their best racers back for the good one too. So do you at least maybe just try and get some points?
Right.
Because the 4th race is usually just everybody just interacting with everybody else, good and bad, and yeah. But yeah, that is designed by Takashi Ishida, and it was re-implemented with Richard Garfield's help, published by CMYK Games, and it just released this year. Saunsu, you teach mini games at the Village Meeple.
Most definitely.
What's a game you'd like to talk about?
I want to talk about T-Witches. The app has done a lot this year when it came to releases, and T-Witches was no big surprise in that it hit the ground running. You are witches at the Tequinox Fair, and you have to serve your T-Witches to keep them loyal to you. Ooh. Yes. So you go through a summoning phase, which is a push your luck phase. Everybody has their own deck, and everybody has similar cards, and you are dealing those cards out below your board. When you're playing friendly and learning, your first 3 spots under the board have hex wards, so they're safe. Because if you flip another witch of the same coven type, then you're hexed. And anything that was outside of those wards, you lose. So that's less you get to utilize and gain and witches to serve. Sure. But it's a push your luck. So everybody is simultaneously flipping their cards and deciding when they're going to stop. Trying not to get hexed, but trying to get as many cards down as possible, because however many cards you have in front of you, the person with the most is who is going to be the first player for that round. Yeah. So, and then you go into your servicing phase, and that's where you are using your adorable little teapups, and you are placing them out into the board, into the different boutiques, and you're gaining actions and toppings for the teas. And your teapups stay out there until the round is completely done, and you can utilize those teapups while the tea is in there, because when you start out, you only have 1 storage spot for tea. Mm-hmm. So you don't use what you don't have to lose type thing, because you only get 2 teapups to start out with. It's not till the 3rd round that a 3rd one is introduced. But so you're going around. Each boutique has its own cute little thing going on that gives you stuff, but then you also have actions and whatnot that you're doing. And then the puns in this game are absolutely hilarious. On the to-go orders, you have stuff like Billy Eyelash. And it's just the names and everything and the puns. And then Sandara Tang, she just knocks it out of the park with her artwork. It's just amazing. So for those of you who don't know who she is, it's the designer or the artist for Flamecraft. She also did Critter Kitchen, and then now T-Witches.
We like Flamecraft quite a bit. No. And that's designed by Manny Vega, and that came out just this year, right?
Yep, just this year.
Village Meeple also did a tea party with the
Yes,
Witches
we did, where I did the demo for it, and I taught 2 groups of people. We had 2 full tables going, and it was absolutely wonderful. Thank you to our fabulous Miss Mary Moore for letting us utilize her mud bug mugs. Yeah. We used those for the tea. And then Jess brought in cookies, and so we had tea and cookies, and everybody learned how to play T-Witches.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Catherine, what have you been playing lately?
Well, I just got back from BGG Con, so I got a lot of playing in. It was fantastic. My favorite week of the year. Not to, discount Moon City Con, but...
How dare you?
How dare I? So one of the games that I got, the end of October, was Old King's Crown, and that was kickstarted back in 2023. Mm-hmm. It's by a first-time publisher and designer, but he is a... did I write down his name?
Pablo Clark.
Thank you. He is a artist who's done freelance work before, and the artwork in this game is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't even read the gameplay. I saw the artwork, and I'm rarely a sucker for that, but Ghibli Studio, it's like Ghibli Studio meets Game of Thrones, because excuse me, it is a mean game.
Yeah.
So it's the king has died, and now we are 4 factions that have different completely asymmetrical, and everything is done over the course of a year, and you can play between 4 and 6 years. But you have springtime actions, that you're kind of seeding the different areas of the kingdom with your armies and influence in people. And then you have your summertime actions where you resolve the clashes. And then you have your fall actions where you can go and govern and journey to get more heroes. And then you have wintertime actions where you clean up. And the whole thing is vying over influence so that you can inherit the crown. And if I haven't mentioned, it's not a nice game. The first time I played it, it was a 3-player game with Ben, Brian, and myself. And Ben just crushed us in the first 2 rounds. So there's an element of the game where you start with a hand size of 6 for your heroes or armies, and when you have a draw deck that is empty and you must draw more cards, your hand size decreases. And then there's a lost pile that if your heroes actually killed in the clash, they go to the lost pile not to be recovered. So you can get to the point where you only have, which I did in that game, 3 cards left. You cannot do anything with only 3 cards. So I didn't literally flip the table, but I said, I concede, Ben, you win. And because Brian was pretty much in the same boat as I was, and we were like, let's just finish this right now. But then at BGGCon, I had the opportunity to teach it a total of 5 more times, and I played it twice of those times. So in teaching it, it really gave me more insight into the intuitiveness of the game. Because like I said, it's Game of Thrones. What are you doing? You're backstabbing people to get what you need. And it's just not a nice game, but you can really leverage all the different tactics. And every, because if you read some of the forums, they're like, this faction is way overpowered. And that's absolutely not true, because every single faction won in the course of those 5 games that I've played. So it's totally not unbalanced in my opinion. So
yeah, there'll be significantly more plays until they find like Scythe, where you found out Roosie it's broken with this mat, or so on and so forth.
Right.
But a lot of the area control and attacky games, the game kind of puts you in the situation that the players need to rein in the person that's got too much power.
Correct. Yeah.
So is it too powerful, or you just don't want to stop your turtle to get out and go do a thing?
That is the key point, Rick, is that you cannot turtle. There is not a path to victory in this game if you do not manage your heroes to fight. And it's not a nice game. So you just have to, if you're going to get kind of a little bit sore at somebody because they attack you or they kill your card, it's not the game for you. Yeah. But it is one of those games that every experience is completely different, and every experience is going to be a story. And you're going to think about this game, like, for weeks after it.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, if I haven't mentioned before, it is gorgeous. Like, the quality components and just the artwork itself. Pablo is very talented, and it reflects well in this game. And it's very impressive for a first designer, publisher, the whole 9 yards.
So you think he might be the next Ryan Lockett?
I don't know who Ryan Lockett is.
Red Raven Games. He does his own art and his own
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
might not like all of Ryan Lockett's games,
sure,
but I absolutely appreciate that he's doing the art and the design.
Yeah,
that's
very,
order.
Very impressive. Yeah.
And this publisher was Eerie Idle Games.
Out of Scotland.
The last game I'm going to talk about Great Western Trail El Paso. This is the smaller brother to Great Western Trail. Great Western Trail plays in about 75 to 150 minutes if you believe Board Game Geek's tally. This is the smaller box game, and it plays 60 to 90. We played it last spring at, what's the con in West Plains? OzCon. We played it at OzCon at 3, played it with Ethan at 3, and then Andrea and I played it at 2. And we were hoping that it played decent at 2 for 90 minutes, but the whole time we're playing it, we just want to play Great Western Trail. It's a fine little game. You're still moving your characters around. The board is a cloth mat. It's got different cows that you're trying to collect. There's a wild cow that can be put in there. It's not necessarily worth value itself, but it does help you for multiple cows whenever you're doing the shipping action. You do get to go around the board more times and quicker to ship your cows. You're still putting out buildings. But in the end, when we're done, it's a good game. And if you do want Great Western Trail to get in an hour, pick it up. But we'd rather wait until we have enough time to play Great Western Trail. Yeah. That is designed by Johannes Kenner and Alexander Pfister. This is published by Lookout Games. The artist is Chris Quillams. Well, that was the 4 and the 417 Gamer podcast. All the people at this table have pretty decent-sized board game collections, and I think we're going to the topic of the week, and we'll talk about them. Village Meeple is Springfield, Missouri's family-friendly board game cafe. They boast a library to check out games of over 500 titles. They feature weekly events like We Teach Wednesdays, Saturday Demo Days with Saunsu, and Board Game Friends Assemble. They also feature monthly events like Puzzle Showdown, board game tournaments, and much more. Their retail space has the board games that you might have checked out that maybe you want to take home with you. As well as they like to feature local vendors that have a nerdy flair to their handcrafted goods. New to Village Meeple next year will be the Rolling Meeple food truck, which will be featuring flatties. What are flatties? Well, for information on the Rolling Meeple flatties and everything else, go to villagemeeple.com and find Village Meeple at 1570 East Battlefield, Suite F in Springfield, Missouri. Village Meeple, Springfield's friendly board game cafe. The one topic of the show, we're talking about building and curating a board game collection. So let's go ahead and dive right in. How long have you been collecting, Saunsu?
About in January, it'll be 3 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. So really not that long, I guess, compared to a lot of people.
No?
No.
Man, 2012, 2013 is when I started, so...
Oh, I beat.
12 years?
I beat. About 2009, 2010.
Yeah, because you got introduced into Hansa Teutonica, and then I found my friends, and we played, like, Ticket to Ride and, like, Red Dragon Inn, and I just started diving down that hole.
Mine started because family moved away, and there was a local game store in the mall that did a twice-a-week game night, and we didn't have anybody to play games with anymore.
Yeah.
And we just played stuff like Zombie Dice and, Unstable Unicorns, Exploding Kittens, and I didn't know there was a whole other world.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went, and I got introduced to Kaido, Splendor, and Welcome to Your Perfect Home. And I immediately ordered Kaido and Welcome to Your Perfect Home. I really liked Splendor, but those were the first two that I ordered and got in, and then it was all downhill from there.
Katherine, with an estimate, how many games do you have in your collection?
A little over 400.
No. You're fine.
I have not updated since my BGG week. Because BGG is when we curate, so.
Get rid of and bring in?
And bring in, yeah, exactly. But I did get rid of more than I brought in this year.
Nice.
So, I think. Although, yes, no, I did. It's hard to tell because if any of when you go to BGG Con, you get games because they have lots of sponsors, and so
I saw that.
And oh my goodness, the haul this year, it was ridiculous. They actually gave us a huge grocery bag so we could carry it all.
Yeah.
But most of the time, those games are not necessarily games that I tend to keep. So I don't. A couple of years ago, I stopped adding them to my collection when I got them, so they just kind of sit on a shelf hanging out without being in my collection. Gifts and prizes and trade fodder. I mean, they're there, but they're not there.
We're currently at 422 and 87 expansions. I
Nice.
stopped logging the expansions as I picked them up.
Yeah.
But the expansion episode's probably coming this spring because we have opinions on expansions. Saunsu, how big is your collection at the moment?
Mine sits at, and it's not an estimate, it's an exact, 772
Holy moly.
with 93 expansions.
Wowza.
Nice.
And I have about 15 games on the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like how the person who's been collecting the longest actually has the smallest.
Yeah.
So thank you all for that affirmation.
Yeah.
I feel much
But you
better
also
about
notified
my
us that
purchase.
there's several games that you just don't even count. Those aren't mine.
They aren't mine.
How many shelves do you currently have?
I have, so if you think like a calyx, like a whole 8 to 10 foot calyx that's by 6 feet, I have 3 of those and then 1 4 foot by 12 foot bookcase.
So we go Facebook Marketplace and we do either Better Homes and Gardens or the KLXs whenever we can pick them up. And I think we've got 9
Wow.
different ones because they'll stack and they'll position. And we're like, hey, that looks decent-ish.
Yeah.
And it's in the office. We don't go in there that often unless we want to grab a game.
So it's your game room.
I'm curious what Saunsu's
700.
do you just have like a library room in your house or
I wish. I'm waiting for my daughter and her family to exit the room that they're in.
Yeah.
And then that room will become
It's your board game room?
specifically games. Yes, specifically games.
So are they just sitting
But-
around the house in
No,
various
they're
piles?
not sitting around the house. And I actually, not too long ago, took my first shelfies.
Yeah.
I am sitting at, I have 2, and I do a lot of Better Homes and Garden too. I have 2 9 squares that are in one room that are stacked on top of each other. I have 10 8 square.
Yeah, we have 9 8 squares.
Yeah. 2 4 squares and 1 2 square. It's a lot.
Yeah. But and I will say Target does make 2 lines. Watch your measurements.
Yeah.
One is 12 by 12 on the inside. One is 12 by 12 on the outside, which gives you a 9-inch on the inside, which does not fit a lot of games. Ticket to Ride will not go in that shelf.
No.
I made that mistake. Don't make mine.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a question I don't even have on the outline. A mistake you've made in your collection that you tell somebody else, don't do this. Pay attention to your dimensions.
Yeah.
If you go and buy shelving or something like that, pay attention to your dimensions. Measure one of your game boxes. Because like we've talked about, the Better Homes and Gardens, the IKEA, Kallax, stuff like that will fit most board games. Not all.
Yep. No.
Because we have some of the publishers put weird size boxes.
Oh, I hate that.
Yes.
Like Catacombs has a box that I think is 14 by 14, and it will not fit, or maybe it's 13 by 13. It will not go in the shelf, so it sits on top.
Yeah.
And then some of the long box games, they are what they are. And then some of the custom storage solutions I have, they have to have their own special place.
Yeah, I made that mistake with 3 of my shelving units. It's an 8 by 8, but it's the smaller square.
Yeah. So then you got to put the small little games.
But I mean, it ultimately, with the way I have it set up, it works out, and there are enough of those smaller boxed games that it all came together.
How often do you acquire games? Is it
Depends
every time
on
you
how-
walk out the house?
pretty much.
Ooh, a board game. Ooh, a board game.
Shut up.
She's turning bright red right now.
I definitely acquire far more frequently than I cull.
Understood?
Hence the 772 games.
Well, and I'm a frequenter of the Metagames used shelf.
Me too.
We acquire probably 4 to 6 games every month.
Barry felt as though I needed some
Consoling.
Yeah.
consoling.
I'm so sorry, Saunsu.
They're picking on me.
Careful, he'll give you a kiss. He got her last
I
night.
did. I bent down.
She's like, help me move this couch. She bent down. He hopped on the couch and just... Katherine, how often do you acquire?
Not as often as y'all. If that makes sense. It really depends on like Kickstarters and obviously at BGG Con, There's the VFM, which is a virtual flea market. That is great for finding hard to find games, finding out of print games, getting a deal on last year's overhyped game.
It's very, that's how I came home with 47 games from Geekway.
Yeah. And then there's the math trade, which is brilliant for someone that wants different games but doesn't necessarily want to deal with the hassle of culling their collection. You can look and see what you're willing to get rid of, what you want to acquire, and the algorithm does the rest. And so
just acquired.
so that way you are doing a 1-for-1, which then is nice and even. And then there's the bazaar, which is there at the con Friday morning usually, and it's just, we found Glory to Rome this week.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, Brian found it. I was so pleased. It's like,
Black
how
box
did
or
you know?
the clamshell with the red and white?
Clamshell with the red and white, which I prefer it to the black box. I like the artwork that's a little bit more funky.
Yeah.
So I was over the moon to get that.
I bet. And I think it's easier to read the funkier art,
Yes.
isn't it? The black box is prettier, but it's not as easy to read.
It's just I
And why he won't reprint that game, I don't know.
Everyone, well, maybe people that own the copies are bribing him to keep it so the value stays up.
But he's also kind of stubborn. He's kind of tapped into the style of game he wants to design and didn't really seem to vary much from it.
Right, for sure.
And
I have Barony too.
Be fair with me, for the acquire, I also do a ton of demoing.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
when I demo, I get those games for free as payment.
Well, there you go.
So that's another reason why I have
Absolutely.
a ton of games coming into my collection. It just
Whatever you want to tell yourself.
Hi, thanks. It helps.
So,
Of course.
how often do you cull? And you said not very often.
Like, it's rare.
Yeah.
It's super rare. And typically, on average, anything that I have culled has actually been a demo game. And it's because, number one, I already own it. Or number two, I liked the game. There wasn't anything wrong with it. I enjoyed the demo, but more than likely, I know it's not going to end up being something that I want to keep in my collection. So on average, it's stuff that I have demoed that just kind of didn't hit the mark of this has to stay. This has to be here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very rare. Very rare.
Playing the Sarah McLachlan as your board game goes out.
Yeah.
Katherine, how often are you calling?
Basically twice a year because I do participate with the virtual flea market, and I did the bazaar once. I might do it again, depending on how many I want to get rid of.
Yeah, we usually hop in the metagames flea market, get a table, lug in 30, 40 games, and price them to sell. Because like I said, we acquire a lot of stuff off the used shelf, and we like to try and get at least 2 plays. Because we just played Stonemeyer's origin story, but we played with people that don't like trick-taking games. So that colored our opinion of the play, and I'm like, we need to play with people that actually like trick-taking games, whether we want to keep it or not. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like playing a drafting game with Katherine. She doesn't want to play the drafting game. You know, and it's that the small card game, when you and I played Stockpile.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest economic fan, and what I do like in economics is very niche, or it's specific.
Right.
And I even told you after we played, I'm like, don't take my word on this because I'm not the biggest economic fan. We played Stockpile, and I was like, it's okay, but, you know, there's other games in your collection I would play way before that game.
I haven't had that in my collection for at least 4 years.
Have you?
Yeah, I got rid of it, probably the year after it came out.
Did you at least play it another time or two?
Oh, no, I played it, probably 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
It's funny because I love economic games, and that game was, meh. It's all right.
Okay.
It didn't really do enough differently for me to warrant.
Because they were trying to tout it as like a small version of Container or something like that.
Yeah.
But it didn't give you the right scratches
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
for the itch of Container.
Container is a classic. And
It is. I
shall
can go in there
never-
and I can wreck the game when people
Just-
tell me
you
I'm
can
not supposed to
break
do
it.
a thing.
Yeah, you can just break it. Chaos.
You have to do this, otherwise you'll break the economy. Well, then I'm going to break that economy because you told me I can't. If you tell me I should, then I'll think about it. If you tell me I can't,
Then it's done.
then it is done. Let's see your pile of possibilities. Do you know how many in your collection you have not played?
No.
Well, with you
No.
demoing so many,
Yeah.
you probably don't have a lot of unplayeds.
Oh, I do.
I
Oh, do
disagree
you?
with that
Oh, I
number.
do. It's probably, my pile of unplayed is probably at least as great as my pile of played.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, I demo a ton of games. I'm having to learn those games solidly so as that I can teach them, because I am very anal retentive when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm going to teach you a game, I want to make sure I know everything about it as much as absolutely possible. So, like the week before I'm going to be demoing that, because on average that's about the time I get the game.
Yeah.
I'm playing it with my game group at Meeple to make sure that I know how to teach it to you when you come in on demo day. So those get played a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I have acquired a ton of games, especially through virtual flea market and at conventions and that kind of stuff. And a lot of that stuff, unfortunately, is still sitting unplayed, but I really, really want to play it. And so when my schedule actually opens up and allows, I do try and get, and I have Kickstarters that have started coming in, and I think I can count on my hand how many of them I've actually gotten to touch, other than doing the whole it's Christmas unboxing.
Yeah.
So do you unbox your games when you get them? Like, are all of your even unplayed games, are they out of shrink and ready to go?
Not right
Okay.
now.
I was
Not
just curious.
Since Dice Tower West this year, no. I have too many games still in shrink and whatnot. Literally this year, I have acquired so many games. Because when I went to Dice Tower, I came home with, I'm pretty sure it was like close to 30 games. And that was in March. And then May hit, and I came home with 47 games. And then Origins hit, and I don't even remember how many games I came home with. And then Gen Con hit, and that one I was a lot more selective at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Just because that exhibitors hall is so overwhelming, and I was also busy helping Jess with like scouting to then go and hit up those different publishers for wholesale afterwards. And then running around and doing that, I got in over 17,000 steps on Sunday.
Nice.
Helping her.
Go do this.
Like,
Go do that.
my watch doesn't know what to do. It's like, are you okay?
Let me dial
Who
911.
is chasing you?
Exactly. So yeah, my pile of possibilities is by far way too large.
Yeah. Katherine, your pile of possibilities?
I'm about maybe 20 or 30. I didn't go through and actually do a audit, but I don't open a game until I'm getting ready to play it, or Moon City Con needs it for the library. But if I get a new game, I only open. Well, I am changing a little bit on that, because now with the Bamboo, when I get a game, I want to print the insert for right away. So I need to go in and see. Well, if there's an insert that's already designed that I can just download and print, then I just leave it closed. But if it's a insert that I'll have to, because there is nothing available, and I've started tinkering around with that, so
Yeah.
I have to open it up for the components and the size. But
Sure. We're about 20 plus, not quite 30 unplayed games.
yeah,
About, 2 years ago, we had to make our challenge to get try and play through our unplayed.
It was a New Year's resolution to get them all done.
We had 53 unplayed games.
ouch.
And we got it down to single digits.
We did.
Nice.
Which was the resolution, to get
Yeah.
it to single digits.
Right.
So back up to 2030 is not terrible, I don't think.
In 1 year.
Yeah, in a year.
No. The last 2 years, we've bumped
Okay,
it back
2
up to
years.
that.
Okay. 2 years. That's not bad then.
No, I don't think so.
Well, and I now have Andrea's where she's scooping up sales and stuff like that at Geekway. We have a duffel bag of games in a storage unit that is for prizes and presents.
For
nice.
Moon City Con, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's some really
we're
good
grabbing
deals.
a couple
Yeah.
for Christmas presents, but yes.
Yeah.
Greater Than Games right now. So amazing. That's my box. I was like,
Andrew dropped $80 and came away with 3 boxes of games. She came to the table. I was just eating a burger at concessions at Geekway. She goes, "I need your help." I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "I did a thing."
I can't carry all these.
I can't carry all these.
Yeah.
The poor guy at the counter is like, we don't have any more bags. And I was like, I gotta go get a husband. Give me a minute. Just hold these.
oh yeah, Geekway hit up all the sales at I was at Miniature Market's booth every single day because they had different stuff every single day because they were selling through everything, and I was every single day hitting up those deals.
I mean, when a sealed game that's a good is $2 or
$5
$3
or $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
yes.
she got the Pandemic Hot Zone Europe and America.
They were like $1.99.
Yeah. That's what they were at BGG Con,
Yeah.
too. I
So
saw
we-
Miniature Markets deals, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, these would make great prizes or gifts. Yeah.
See, and if
Just
you'd
load
gone
them
and
up.
done their tour, you got them for free.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I should have. Well, next year we'll do that next year.
Yeah.
It was amazing, though, also doing their tour. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's something to look forward to for next year.
What are some rare games you have in your collection?
Well, I went to BGG because they have great stats on your collection, especially if you
You're
keep
gonna
it
have to
tracked in
show
there.
me how to do that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Everything is in BGG
Yeah.
because of insurance.
So when you go into your profile, they changed it. So across the top, there's like about games, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There's a tab that says stats.
Yeah, I tried.
Oh, wait. No. I'm sorry. I did this one by just exporting my collection and doing it in Excel. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
like,
one that
I
I had
looked.
to export. Yeah.
I looked.
So I exported my collection to BGG, and the rarest ones I have are Stack, which is a 2-player abstract, kind of checkery-ish. Food for Thought, which is a really good game that released this summer. Very, very underrated. It's an excellent worker placement, interesting mechanic. You're fulfilling contracts by making recipes, but then you're also having to balance that with because you have to consume the ingredients from the recipe as you make it, which means you have to balance your nutrition on your personal thing, and then you can go exercise to get rid of different things depending on what type of exercise. I mean, it's adorable.
Yeah.
And the artwork is okay. They made it, I think, too realistic cartoony. Like either go cartoony or go realistic. The realistic cartoony, I don't. Anyway, but that's a really good game. Only 119 people claimed that they own, or 117 people claimed that they own that
Wow.
game. Allegedly, La Patisserie Rococo, but that's probably because it's still just in shipping, and I just got it this week. But then the other big ones are 2 Japanese games I have, which is Formosa Flowers, which is an adorable little tile sharing game, and then Fujiyama, which is a very interesting game where kind of like between 2 cities, you're sharing resources, but the whole point of it is you get 2 tiles and you only give it to the people beside you. But based on what you see they need, you can choose to help them, and if you help them, you get better things, and it's like it's an interesting, cute little game.
Nice.
I think my 2 rare games are going to be I think it's called The Ninth Hole. It's a little wooden box. It was by a British publisher. He made it himself. He cut his cards.
Oh, cute.
All the little pieces look like sorry pawns or parcheesi pawns, and little wooden cubes to move your markets. You're trying to build a 9-hole golf course. It plays up to 4 players. You have your clubhouse. On a turn, you can either acquire resources or use those resources to build one of the holes, and then at the end of the game, if there's a tie, it's whoever was able to build their 9th hole closest back to the clubhouse. Because if you've ever played golf, each of the 9 holes usually loop back to the clubhouse to take a break and, buy drinks. Because,
Drinks.
money. And then 30 rails. Brad Morton, I know it's a print and play game, but Brad printed mine and laminated it, made the box, made the art, and all that stuff. Made a game. So it's a 1 of 1.
Yep. Nice.
Saunsu.
For mine, I have 3, and I know that they're really hard to find. My first one is Night Parade. And that one, the meeples, is what got me. It's absolutely adorable. And then I had to buy the play mat, and then I had to buy all the expansions, and I had to have everything.
Yeah.
It's an island, and you're visiting the islands to place your meeples, and you can kick people off. And you're trying to, it requires so many of your meeples to then place your tori, and you have to place all 5 or 6 of your tori, and that's what triggers the end of the game. But it's just it's fun of placing, and you can only place on one tile during a turn, so you have to place in other places, and if your parade has wings, then you can fly and move them to a different tile. And when you do, and then if you have fighting, then that's kicking people off the tiles that are trying to build on those tiles as well. So it's really cute. The artwork is great. My other one is Betaville Carnival, and that is a Halloween themed. It's not one I've seen out there a whole lot, and I had to really hunt it down. A friend had brought it because I think he had kickstarted it, and I really enjoyed it. It is in the after hours of the carnival. It's Halloween themed, and you have this caretaker and his cat, and he moves based on the amount of noise you create at an attraction. And him and the cat go in opposite directions. And so when you scare the cat, it does certain things. And when you run into him, then it causes chaos, and you have to switch things out and all this and that. And it's an amazing table presence as well, because it's spooky and and you're trying to gain these little skulls to then win the cards that are at the attractions, like you would at a tossing game or that kind of stuff. And then my last one is a recent acquisition, and the reason that I say it's rare is because I'm pretty sure it's self-published. And I know there aren't a lot of copies out there. The family was at Meeple-a-thon, and that they were trying to get the word out about their daughter's game. Wonderful young lady by the name of Chloe designed a game. She started designing it when she was 5 years old.
Wow.
Yep. And it is called Oopsie Poopsie, the litter box edition.
That's great.
Yes, it is absolutely adorable. Ironically, I have it in my cart as we speak because I'm taking it to Meeple today to play with Bluetsy's daughter Della. But you are trying to put collars on cats to keep them in your yard, and you have a kitty containment unit that will trap them. People can throw mice at them to try and get them to run away, and they're lost. So you lose them until you can trap the mouse, so that you can then gain your cat back. People can steal your cats and put them in their yards, and then the first person to get to so many, and it's a really quick, and so your cats are coming and going really quickly, and so you really never know who's going to win. But it is absolutely adorable. Chloe was absolutely amazing. I got to meet her. I have my copy signed.
Nice.
And the cafe actually at Meeple has a copy of it. So
Well,
Very nice.
We'll have to
That's
check
awesome.
that out. I really only have one rare game because I was so late getting into the hobby. Hero Quest, the original Hero Quest, my mom found at a garage sale when my brother and I were little, and I remember playing that with him, and I still have it, and it still has all the pieces, and it's still in pretty good condition. And I know they've done the reprint, and it's really popular right now with all the new stuff, but I still have the original, so that's
You have
pretty
one
special.
more rare game.
I do?
Yep, you got it for Christmas a couple years ago. Your Dragon Riders of Pern. That was a pain in the ass to track down.
Yes. Which I am, it's still in the shrink too,
Yeah.
and I'm afraid to open it. It's one of those collectible things that you don't want to open, so we've not played it yet. I have it stored and protected. Dragon Riders of Pern, a huge fan of the series. Love it, love it, love it. And I found out there was a board game, and I was like, squee. But now that, because it's in shrink, I don't want to open it and play it because it's so rare.
So I've been
Yeah.
keeping my eye open for somebody that had an open copy, whether it was at the Geekway Flea Market or something like that. And I haven't seen it pop back up. I've seen open copies on eBay for almost as much as I spent on the sealed copy. And I'm like, do I? I mean, at least maybe she get to play the game. But at the same time, you know, the sealed nice. If you had a bad play, does it color it? And you're like, aw. But she'd still keep it because she loves her Dragon Riders of Pern.
Yeah, oh yeah, I would keep it. But what's your opinion, listeners? Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
We're going to skip this. We're going to go to annoying games to store. I've got 3 or 4 that are really annoying to store. My pitch car is in like 2 flat totes, 2 small totes, and a box that has the loop. That's a pain in the butt to store. I still don't have a good storage solution for battling tops. I've got 4 arenas, and I've got all the pullers, and then I got extra string for when the pullers break. I've got that stuff in a little bitty tackle box. I need to find a good box, but I don't want something cumbersome that's going to be a pain in the butt to lug to Moon City Con or wherever we play a Battling Tops tournament, because it's just light, airy, fun game. Anything that makes it to where I don't want to take it out, it makes me sad. But Saunsu?
I don't really have any annoying games other than the ones that are just like super long. That don't fit on I have a couple that are that way, and so I have to store them like up on the very top. And it just, I mean, it makes for great visual, but then it's how often do those games come down? So it's like just those, I can handle like the boxes that are really thick, that take up like an entire shelf. Or almost an entire shelf. I don't care.
As long as they fit in the shelf.
Exactly. As long as they fit in the shelf. It's when they're really long and they hang over the shelf, and so I have to get a lot more creative in how I'm storing them. And then a lot of times those end up being ones that, like, I own Expeditions, and because of how tall that box is, or how long it is, it's sitting up on top of my 2 9 squares, and I have yet to play it because I forget about it.
Yeah.
Versus everything that's at my eyesight.
Katherine, some annoying games for you to store?
I don't have any of those crappy ones. I mean, even my custom boxes fit in my shelves. So, I mean, the worst one is probably Megasiv because it doesn't actually fit in any of my shelves, even my larger ones. So, but no, I don't think so.
No. Vertical or horizontal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, both.
Both.
Yes.
I mean, it really just depends. I like, Katherine, I like that visual,
Bookshelf.
diversity in having some. And so I'm going to base it off of, okay, can I put this horizontal? How much of a mess is this game going to be if it's not laid flat?
Right.
And that is 100% what dictates. And then it's based off of, how can I maximize my shelf?
Yeah.
How can I get as much as absolutely possible, because I have that many games, to create still a nice visual presentation to where you can see the names of the games type thing. So I like to change it up. I like doing both, and it really just depends on what's going to happen with that box.
So how do you organize your games? Like, do you do... I mean, because I have a very weird organization style, so...
So I tried a couple different routes. Some of it is done by publisher. Some of it is, okay, this fits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to try and do alphabetical, but I was like, no, that's not going to work. And so, yeah, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. I have my more, the ones that like everybody knows type thing in my dining room. So that is like,
accessible.
That is the first thing people are going to see. And it's going to be easy access because these are games I know that people are going to ask to play type thing. And then, as many as I could by publisher. And then by the size of the cube type thing. Yeah. So I have, in the dining room, I have my 2 4s that are up on top of my 3 8s. And those are filled with like smaller box kind of stuff. And then down my hallway, I have some of those hex honeycombs, and all of like my really, really small box stuff goes in those.
Ooh, hallway shelving.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Oh, I have to be creative. I
Yes.
live in an apartment.
Yeah.
So my hallway itself has 4 shelving units in it. So, and then the hexes are on the longest, or the honeycombs are on the longest wall.
Nice.
So, we have an island counter, and there's a shelf unit underneath that.
Sure.
Nobody uses it anyway because I don't have any bar stools. So perfect
I was
space.
actually thinking about getting rid of my bar stools to do a shelving unit.
Yeah.
Because
if nobody's using it, why not? It's wasted
storage.
space.
And then I asked how many games have something in them. Maybe I should ask how many rooms in your apartment house do not have games in them.
Oh.
Probably my bathroom.
Yeah.
By the bathroom.
2.
I mean,
they're both bathrooms.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bathrooms, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you consider the kitchen into the dining room, is that 1 room or 2? Because the kitchen usually ends
You've
up
got to
with
step down to get into the dining room.
Yeah, but the kitchen does have... It'll end up with games on the counter from time to time.
Yeah,
so.
but do you have any like...
No, there's no
gaming,
storage.
do you have any gaming kitchen items?
Gaming kitchen items.
No.
I have... Oh, yes, I do. Meeple cookie cutters.
There you go.
I have a Village Meeple magnet.
There you go. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about magnets. I have a whole bunch of magnets from
yeah.
Mid-City Con. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a kitchen too.
Kitchen too.
And some of your Moon City Con magnets are also bottle openers.
They are, yes. Which is very... So...
Before we get out of here, you don't just board game. You guys have other hobbies.
No.
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 No other hobbies?
Really, no. Number 1, I don't have the money or the time to entertain or dabble in anything else. And yeah, my everyday job can be very mentally draining.
Yeah.
And gaming is how I refill my cup.
Yeah.
Understood.
It's what keeps me sane. And we prefer a sane Saunsu.
Yeah, I played Scythe with her to where I almost drove her insane. I was Tagawa and I sat on the factory forever and she was so mad.
But as Tagawa, you don't have to sit on the factory. You have a trap.
Well, I was
you
surrounded.
just leave.
Well,
he
not when I'm
made it
surrounded on the
very
other sides.
Yeah, but you have traps, hopefully. You bounce to your traps.
Well, I did bounce back to the trap when she knocked me out of the factory.
There you go.
Katherine, you have other hobbies?
Oh, I don't know, Rick. Do I have other hobbies?
Baking, knitting.
Gardening.
As she's knitting
3D
right
printing.
here,
I was like,
Dog walking.
I don't know. Frankie's not a hobby. Frankie's my baby.
She started as a hobby.
Actually, she started as my only work companion. My best ever coworker. No, I'm always, and what I love about most of my hobbies are all gaming adjacent, because knitting is what I do when I play games. I like to bake cookies and whatnot for people that I play games with. And then
you are an amazing baker.
Thank you. And then with the 3D printing, all of the learning how to design CAD and components and everything, that all funnels into gaming as well.
Very nice.
So it's good.
Well, that was growing, maintaining, curating a collection. That was our topic of the show. We're going to go to the 7. And some of us were more happy about the 7 topic than others. So we'll catch you on the other side. You're listening to the 417 Gamer podcast, and there's multiple ways to follow us. You can follow us through the Libsyn website at hobbygamingnetwork.libsyn.com. Follow us on Spotify. Search Hobby Gaming Network or 417 Gamer Podcast. Find us there. On YouTube, follow us with the 417 Gamer channel. And, of course, if you'd like to direct any show notes and any comments to us, facebook.com/Hobby Gaming Network. Let's get back on with the 7.
If you need a ride, I can drop you back off at home.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm just going to Meeple.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you can go play games with Saunsu at Meeple. I'll give you $5.
I get you free. I know a guy. I know a girl. Right, yes.
The 7 in the 417 Gamer podcast is 7 in a given category. We just got done talking about our collections. Picture this. You have your fortune read, and they tell you something bad's coming your way, and you can save 7 games, but only 7. What 7 games are you saving? Saunsu, you're number 7.
I don't like you, and please don't ever say those kinds of words in front of my collection, because I would rather go down with the ship.
Understood.
They are all my precious.
All 722
all
of them.
722 and growing are all my precious. But if I had to, and I was up for hours. I am not kidding. Hours trying to figure this out.
Aw.
So my number 7 right now would be Fountains. Because it's puzzly enough. It has such great replayability because you never know what's going to happen. And you never know who you're going to be playing with.
Catherine, you're number 7.
Well, I had a question about this because I need to know if I have to carry this or do I have a magic carpet ride that will take it.
We'll call the magic carpet ride because you have the fortune teller telling you this.
Oh, so it's not an emergency that I'm dashing out with these 7.
But you have the 7 that you can protect. What 7 are you protecting?
Okay. My number 7 is Diatoms.
Okay.
Because who doesn't ever want to play Diatoms at any given time?
I haven't played Diatoms, so I can't tell you.
Sacrilege. I should text Brian and tell him to bring diamonds when he picks me up. We can play it first. It's like a 15-20 minute game. It's beautiful.
It depends on who you're playing with.
You're playing with me. It's a 15-20 minute game.
Andrea, our number 7.
Wormspan.
Yeah, it's one of your favorite games.
Yeah, and we have all the upgraded bits.
You got the
And-
neoprene mats.
Yeah, and the mats, and and the expansions. It's tricked to the max.
And Andrea loves her dragons.
I
so if
do.
we're saving a game, it's going to be one of the dragon games.
Yeah.
Catherine, you're number 6.
Okay, so are we going to be at similar communes? Because if I can glob onto one that I think you're going to choose, I will skip Concordia.
Really?
And I will take Applejack. But if I'm not going to end up in your refugee camp,
I don't know.
but I will bet money Concordia is on his list. So I want Concordia, but if I can cheat and use somebody else's, piggyback off of, glob on, do some trading maybe, because it is Concordia, then I'll keep Applejack, because although I might replace Applejack now, because I wrote that before I got Clickatree yesterday. And while Clickatree is not an Applejack killer, I still want to play Applejack. In my 7, it might be Clickatree. It's one of the two.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You can flip a coin and I'll take that
Applejack,
one.
Concordia, or Clickatree.
It's one of those 3. Depending on if I get
our
to
number
play
6.
Bricks.
30 rails.
I've talked about it ad nauseum. Our late friend Brad Morton made the game. Not getting rid of it, and it'll definitely be a one I save. Saunsu, your number 6.
My number 6 would be Night Parade. I went to a lot of trouble to get that entire setup. And I absolutely love that game. I don't get to play it nearly as often as I would like. No. But yeah.
Andrea, our number 5.
We just spoke about it. Concordia. It's going with us.
I knew it. Do it. And he has all the maps too, so I can.
I have all of the maps. I have upgraded bits. I've upgraded my money 3 times.
Nice.
No, because I spent money every time.
Money on the money.
Because I had money that I liked slightly better than Catherine's. Then I saw some other money that was on another place. I bought that money. And then Modius & Co. is a company in Brazil that makes money that they are specifically saying this is for Concordia. It looks fantastic.
Wow.
So I bought 2 sets.
Nice.
And it's $50 a set.
Yikes.
Ouch.
But I have no problem spending decent amounts of money on my favorite games.
Sure.
So Concordia got that treatment. Saunsu, your number 5?
My number 5 would be, and as long as I'm not in the same camp as you guys, Worm Spam. And mine is 100% tricked out as well.
Yeah.
Box insert, all the upgrades, and the expansion, and sleeved.
We haven't sleeved yet.
Oh, yes, sleeve. We need to sleeve.
Always. That is my first thing to do with any game. As long as there is a sleeve that is made to fit, it will be sleeved.
That's smart.
Katherine, your number 5?
So this is presuming that I will, it's a disaster that I don't have to have my day job.
Yeah.
I will save Kingdom Death Monster.
Ooh.
Because... 1, it gives me a second hobby, because then I can get into painting miniatures, so I'll have something to do. And then Kingdom Death Monster, there'll be tons of people hanging out, so I don't have to worry about trying to find people to play.
Yeah.
And you could have multiple games going with multiple groups, and so you could basically survive the apocalypse by playing about an apocalypse. Well, it's not really apocalypse, it's more monsters, but anyway, it would be my number 5.
Andrea, number 4?
Our one-of-a-kind crokinole board.
Yeah.
And I say one-of-a-kind because of the design on it. We got it from Brown Castle Games. Each one is handmade, different design. Ours is a big, sparkly, swirly, galaxy-looking thing, and it's gorgeous.
Katherine, your number 4?
That would be Brass, Lancashire.
Gotcha.
Not Birmingham. Birmingham can go over there.
Can stay in the fire, huh?
Well, it's not. We don't know if it's a fire. I don't wish
true.
fire upon any game.
Right. Could be a hurricane.
Yes.
Or
If it's a fire, I'll add hues and cues.
To the fire?
Yeah.
Oh.
It can be the kindling.
Oh, so that you're...
Sorry.
You do have games you don't like.
I love the op, but I cannot stand that game.
Saunsu, your number 4?
My number 4 is by my absolute favorite publisher, which is Bad Comet, and that is Wondrous Creatures. It is 100% tricked out, all the bells and whistles. The only thing I am missing is the playmat. So that's my next acquisition. Then it will be absolutely 100% tricked out.
Nice.
Katherine, your number 3.
That would be Scythe. I have the Artist Collector's Edition, and have it painted minis. That was a la Ben. They're technically not mine, though. I'm still storing them for the con. So I have 2 sets of minis. It's a long story.
Understood.
And then my dad built me a nice wooden box to put everything in, so it's a custom box. And even with all the money I've sunken into it, because that copy has been played so frequently, like over 225 times frequently, it's per play hour is only like 65 cents.
Yeah.
Start gauging your copies by their per play hour, and you'll feel much better about your collection.
Well, the ones you like. Then the games you haven't gotten to, and you look at that per play hour.
But if you really think about it, and if you want to look at culling your collection, if you keep track of those games that have the higher end, plus it helps you price them, because you're like, okay, this game is valued at this to me right now.
Yeah.
So.
Saunsu, your number 3
is again my favorite publisher, Bad Comet. Life of the Amazonia. Beautiful wooden meeples. When they make a game, they do an exceptional job. No, they don't hold back. Nice. So that's one thing that I absolutely appreciate.
Andrea, our number 3.
Is my number 3, not necessarily yours. My copy of Supernatural Clue, which I plan on taking to Planet Comic-Con this year and getting signed by Jared Padalecki.
And eventually getting the other characters and signed by Jared.
It'd be fun.
Saunsu, your number 2?
My number 2 would be Arborea. Absolutely love that game. Alley Cat did a tremendous job with it. And when we were talking about rare games, I did forget to bring up, because it just released, and I know that Alley Cat only did it through Kickstarter. They are not releasing a retail version of it, and that's what they're doing going forward. But Ada's Dream.
I saw that one at BGG-Con.
I have it. Yeah. It is in my car. I could bring it in and show it off. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I have it. But yeah, Arborea is a longtime favorite. It is. I love the artwork. I love that there's so many aspects to the game. Not only are you doing worker placement, resource management, but you're also building a tableau. And utilizing those the meeples, the Anna meeples in there in that tableau for scoring as well. So I love the complexity of it.
Nice.
Andrea, our number 2.
Our number 2 is Battling Tops.
Yeah, Battling Tops is getting harder and harder to find. I know it's a game from the 60s, so that kind of makes sense. But it was a game that mid-2000s I didn't know I was going to try and seek out because I played it at Geekway. But now that we run it yearly at Moon City Con, I need arenas, and the group that wants to play it every year grows and grows, because I tried not to play it this last year, and they still asked me to bring it out and at least play a few rounds. So I'll probably be bringing back a proper tournament next year. And I know we kind of reined in how many tournaments, because at a certain point we looked at our queue of events, like there's a tournament.
Yeah.
But then people were like, well, where's the Battling Tops tournament? I'm like, well, we had a whole bunch of tournaments, but I want Battling Tops. I'm like, all right, fine. But it's getting harder to find. We've got a red arena. We've got 3 blue arenas. We had another blue arena that I looked on one side. One of the polar edges is kind of boogered, so I'm probably going to look for another blue arena.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could print one.
Probably. And it's a pretty big surface. You could probably print a smaller one.
But couldn't you print it in sections and then
piece it together and glue
seal it together and glue it and then seal it? Have to look into that.
Yeah.
Do a Moon City Con logo on the center. Katherine, your number 2.
That would be Marrakesh by my favorite designer, Stefan Feld. It is. I will often suggest it. I will never decline it. It is one of my favorite games. It is a Feldy Feld, where you have many avenues to decide, point salad, all the fun stuffs.
Nice.
And fingers on the phone for who's going to... what order we're going to do the number... Oh, we looked it. Go ahead. Andrea, then Katherine, then Saunsu. Andrea, what's our number one?
Pitch car.
Yeah, we have a lot of
course.
pitch car, and I don't want to have to reacquire that crap.
Yeah.
I love my pitch car, and I like bringing it out about twice a year is about when I bring it out.
Yeah.
Usually once for Moon City Con, and one time at Metagames I'll bring it out.
It's an event.
It's an event. It's an event to pull it out of the office and bring
set it up.
Set it up. Oh, crazy.
I bought one of those push carts almost for that, and whenever I bust out Memoir 44.
Yeah.
But Katherine, you're number one.
Again by Feld, because Feld deserves twice. Bruges. It is probably one of my favorite multi-use card games where you have to decide what you want to do. And again, Feld is definitely my favorite designer because even though he's not, his themes are there. His mechanics are so tight, and I just love the choices he makes you make. Like, you cannot do everything. You cannot even come close to trying to get everything done. So it's just opportunity cost. Which...
And it's funny that a lot of the games that were re-implementations were building cities are now also building different cities in the Queen series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Macau now is something else.
Amsterdam
Rialto is something else.
I don't remember where Rialto finished, but
Bruges is now
Hamburg.
So,
yeah. Poor.
he has kind of a theme.
Well, no, I mean
He has a
that's
type.
that's his. Okay, but I don't
Strasbourg.
blame. Strasbourg is awesome.
I know, but it's still building a city.
No, you're not. You're auctioning and your guilds within a city, but you're not building a city.
I kind of felt like your guild's building the city, but it's been a while since I played Strasbourg.
Yeah, Strasbourg. We need to bring that out again. No, I don't blame Feld for his city collection. That was a Queen Games fiasco. Psh. Only good thing that came out of that was Marrakesh. So maybe it was worth it.
Saunsu, you're number one.
Last but not least, Unconscious Mind. Absolute. That has risen to the top of my list. In fact, in previous podcasts that we had done, Arborea was my number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Unconscious Mind. I love the thematics. It has amazing table presence. The gameplay, it just racks your brain.
Did you pick up the Nightmares expansion?
Yes. Really? Come on. Of course. But yeah, that is my number one.
Very
and
nice.
then all my other games too.
All your other games too.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not leaving without them all.
That was our 7 for the 417 Gamer podcast. If you would like to talk about some of the games that you would save in the event of this calamity that's about to befall your games, put them in the show notes over at our Facebook page at facebook.com/Hobby Gaming Network, or on the YouTube page, 417Gamer YouTube. We post the podcast as well as a calendar of events. Speaking of calendar events, Demos with Saunsu happens every month, several times. She demos many games at Barnes & Noble, at Village Meeple, sometimes pops into Metagames whenever they ask her to come over and teach a game.
Mm-hmm.
So catch her there. Go on the Facebooks. Follow 417Gamers. Follow Village Meeple. Find out when Saunsu's going to be demoing games. Spoilers, it's usually Fridays and Saturdays.
Yep. Fridays, Barnes & Noble. Saturdays, it's typically Meeple.
Yeah. Around lunchtime on the Saturdays, around the evenings, 4-ish to 7-ish at the Barnes & Nobles.
Yep.
Go say hi to Saunsu. She'll teach you a game. She's pretty good at it. And then Katherine, one of the organizers from 417 Gamers, if you want to learn a Feld, come out on a Thursday at Metagames. She's usually there.
Anytime.
Sometimes, if you're nice to her, she might have cookies in tow. She might let you have one. As well as she is one of the founders of Moon City Con, and hopefully we have some news coming up soon, but we're not quite ready to announce anything just yet, but we were waiting on some details we had to take care of, and looks like those details have been taken care of.
Yay! Yes, we should have news on our dates, hopefully by, if not before the holiday, shortly after the new year.
We had to take care of the details before we got those dates, because that detail was kind of a
Make or break it.
A make or break it, yeah.
It was a make or break it, and we got it made.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, thanks for listening. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. The 417 Gamer podcast is recorded and produced by Andrea and Rick Bagwell. The intro music we use, Kind, Gentle, Beautiful Person, and the outro music, Making Up for Lost Time, was created by Origami Reptica. For links to our show notes, the music, and guest links, head over to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Hobby Gaming Network. Until next time, keep gaming in the 417.